The Science of Getting Rich.
Hello, I want to welcome you, congratulate you, and also thank you for purchasing the course, The Science of Getting Rich. I guarantee you couldn't have made a better decision. I want you to know that you are now part of a select group that spends its time learning how to get rich. You're part of an elite circle that doesn't settle for their current financial life and wants to achieve much more. Only 10% of the population bothers to learn how things work, how the universe works, how events happen, how the power of our mind works, and how thought can be a force that moves mountains in your favor. This book is one of the greatest works of the 20th century, from an era that was called the New Thought movement. And because you are here, willing to learn all of this, I will guide you on this path of how to make money by changing your thoughts and actions. I will guide you in this course and encourage you to change your beliefs and paradigms, so you can be prepared for a new life of abundance. And if you follow all the instructions in the book, your life will certainly change. To give you an idea of this work's importance, more than 100 years after its release, this book came back into the spotlight with the movie and book, The Secret. The mysterious green-covered book mentioned in the film was, in fact, The Science of Getting Rich. Although the name wasn't mentioned in the movie, it was this work, in other words, practically the entire foundation of The Secret and the Law of Attraction, was based on the ideas contained in this book. The book was written during a transitional moment in history, as America began to produce its first millionaires. This new way of thinking was fundamental to creating this entire thought structure, which was based on abundance. The author, Wallace D. Wattles, sacrificed and spent his entire life putting the teachings of this book into practice, and he managed to prove them through his own life and the lives of thousands of people who decided to practice his teachings and adopt a new way of thinking and acting. These people decided to put the teachings into practice, were determined to change their beliefs, and as a result, became very rich. Of course, studying the science of getting rich is not easy. It involves a change of paradigms. It involves pushing yourself to maintain a mindset focused on abundance and wealth. And this goes against most of our teachings, especially religious ones, which teach us that we should not love money. Teachings that tell us that a rich person cannot love God, or that the love of money is the root of all evil. These types of thoughts will immediately create a conflict inside of you, not just for you, but for most people. However, overcoming this mentality is fundamental to your financial development. It's fundamental for you to get rich. If everything you've done so far hasn't gotten you results, it can't hurt to start changing your mindset about money. And this book, this course, is the beginning of your journey towards wealth, towards abundance. Believe and put into practice all the teachings in this course, and you will see your life change. But for that to happen, you need to follow all the teachings contained in this book. And this course was made for you to understand these teachings, to learn the details, to grasp what the author meant in certain passages. This course is made for that, because without it, you might spend years trying to understand everything the author wanted to say in his work. But for it to work, you need to dedicate time to this study. Put other studies aside for now. Focus on getting rich. Focus on learning this science. Let go of all works that go against these principles, teachings that say everything is bad, that the world is going to collapse, and focus on learning the science of getting rich. At the beginning of the book, the author says that we should accept the principles in this book just as we accept the principles of the laws of physics or electricity, because they are age-old principles that really work. And now, from this moment on, you have to make a commitment to yourself to love money. But don't confuse loving money with being greedy, as that goes against the book's principles. Loving money is about wanting money, having a positive relationship with it. It's being passionate about the idea of being rich. So right now, I want to propose your first exercise. Start declaring in your mind, I love money. I love the idea of having a lot of money. Declare it out loud. I love money. If just saying these words makes you feel bad, it means you need to change your beliefs. You need to change your concepts about wealth and money. Renounce that, overcome it, because otherwise, it will be very difficult to apply the teachings of this book. To do that, keep repeating, I love money. I want money near me. I love wealth. Visualize yourself surrounded by a lot of money. Visualize yourself holding a stack of cash, or even swimming in a pool of money and saying, I love you, money. Do this exercise and see what feelings arise from your heart. This exercise is the beginning of your journey toward prosperity. See you in the first lesson.